Good morning, class. Today we are going to continue the topic reproduction in organism, class 12, chapter 1 and part 4. And I am your biology educator, Hare Krishna. Now, today in this part we are going to discuss about the mode of asexual reproduction in plants, in which we will discuss about the tissue culture, that is the micropropagation, and the types of tissue cultures, the steps of tissue culture, advantages of tissue culture, their disadvantages of tissue culture, and the checkpoints. Now, you might have remembered that the modes of asexual reproduction in plants are fission and fragmentation that we had studied in its first part. In the previous part, we had studied about the sporulation and vegetative propagation. And in this part, we are going to discuss about the micropropagation or tissue culture. Now let's begin what the tissue culture is. Tissue culture is a very advanced technology that come into the existence by a scientist who was not actually working on it, but he got something which was very interesting then after, and he was Herbert Land in 1900. So let's begin our topic. The tissue culture or the micropropagation is the most recent and advanced technique in which, through a single cell or a tissue, a whole new plant is generated. Whole new plant. So this is very important to note that this is the technique through which we can create a whole new organism or a plant from a single tissue or a cell. The term tissue culture was given by American pathologist M. Thomas, and this term was firstly used by him, but this capacity of plant cell to generate a whole new plant is called totipotency. It is often asked in various examinations that define the term totipotency. Then you can define it as that the totipotency is the capacity of a plant cell to generate a whole new plant. This could be with the animal cell also, and this got happened, as you know, that the first organism that was get cloned, that is called cloning in case of animals, and the whole new animal was get created or generated. And you know, the first organism that was get generated was Dolly, a sheep. Now this technology was firstly done by Herbert Land in 1900, and he developed a whole new carrot plant from a small piece of carrot. What he was doing, he was just cut a very small piece of carrot and he placed it into the medium or the media culture in which all the nutrients are there, and it is usually used algae or agar agar or gelidium, which is get from that algae, and which is used to culture the plants within that because it contains all the essential nutrients within it. So what he found, within a 21 days of a cycle, he found a new carrot plant from a small piece of carrot. So this was the first breakthrough that took place in the history of tissue culture. And now what we are doing right now, we had a very advanced in this sector, and we are creating lots and lots of plants within a short period of time of a same type, same genetic material plant in a very short period of time in laboratories. So this is what we are getting only because of this tissue culture. Now, what are the types of tissue culture? Now, the tissue culture on the basis of the plant part through which it is get taken, and this part of the plant part is usually called as expellant. Expellant means through the plant, and it is of many types. Means if meristem is get used, then the meristem culture. If embryo cells are taken from the embryo, that is called embryo culture. And if the cells are taken from the seed, then it is called seed culture. And if the callus is there, that is the parenchyma tissue of any part of the plant is get taken, and it forms a undifferentiated mass of cell, that is called callus. And if this organism is get this plant is get originated or get developed from this, is called callus culture. Now, it mainly involves three main steps. That what could be the steps of the tissue culture? Actually, it is very extensive. Right now, it is extensive method of culture, and it is done only in the laboratories with a very fine instrument, and sterilized material are used to avoid the contamination. And here three main steps are there. The number one is the initiation phase, where de-differentiation and redifferentiation is get taken place. And then the multiplication phase, where the callus formation takes place. And that the root formation phase, where the plantlet is formed. Now, how this is done is this is far sufficient for this time, but if it would be more needed, and if you will ask in detail that how it is get done, then I will surely answer to you. So you may ask me in the comment box later on. But let's see that what are the advantages of the tissue culture. So the most important advantages are the development of large number of plants within a short period of time with a very small amount of tissue. If the very small amount of tissue is there, suppose there is a plant which is having a very great medicinal value, and suppose we are having only single plant of it, and it is about to die. And once it will die, once it all the cell will die, now it will get extinct from the earth. Now, if this could be this, we can able to store this, and if we will have this tissue, then we can culture this tissue, and we can create a large number of plants of this particular type of plant or medicinal plant with this technology. So this is very important. Now, the disease free and with the desired character of plant can be generated. Suppose there is a variety of mango, as you know, that is Krishna Bhog. Krishna Bhog is the variety of mango which is very sweet in taste, and it has a very good smell. Now, and it is very costly also. But we know that there is a difference between parents and progeny. So if some plant have a specific character, this is not going to be there in their progenies. It might be advanced form or maybe a weaker form on the basis of the combination of genes that takes place. So if we just want to have that particular plant of mango of Krishna Bhog, then we can create a large number of this particular plant by the tissue culture. Now the genetic trait is get concerned. As obvious, with that though I had cited two of the example in the above 2 points. So this also explains that the genetic trait can be conserved from generation after generation. There is no gamete formation, no pollination, no fertilization is required at all, because tissue culture is somehow different from it. Now, the disadvantages. The tissue culture have disadvantages also. What might be the disadvantages could be there? No variation occurs between the parents and progeny. Hence, it never creates a new kind of plant. Look, the plant having the fixed character can be generated in their several copies through this process, but we can't alter or we can't have a change in that, means we can't generate variation in the plants by tissue culture method. By other method are also there, through which, that is in biotechnology, we can create GMO, that is genetically modified plant. We will discuss about this detail in chapter number 12 of this class. But right now, through this tissue culture, we can't alter their genetic constituent of that plant. Now, same kind of plant is generated again and again. Suppose if there is something deleterious or something wrong gene or something, some product of that particular plant is not good, and if we are culturing it, then the same plant will be get generated again and again, because there is no variation. Then it needs a specific tool and technique and a specialized knowledge also. Right now, a layman person or even a biology student can't do tissue culture at home, because it needs certain procedure, certain tools and techniques, and also specialized knowledge, a procedure through which you have to go properly. Now, it is a cost relevant procedure. Cost relevant procedure means it needs certain sophisticated techniques and tools that matters, that is that are very costly. So it is a cost relevant procedure. Now, at the end, as obvious, we have a checkpoints. Now let's have this. On the basis of the above study, establish a cultural procedure of your own to develop a plant through tissue culture. Now, suppose you have to develop a plant of your desired type. How you will develop it? Write the theory only, because practically it could not be possible, because you don't have those tools and techniques. But you can, theoretically you can write and mail me either, or send me through the mailbox. Now, for today, it's over. Thanks for listening carefully. We will meet tomorrow with another topic. Till then, thanks.